guys, Vehicle Hunter here. Today we're going to check out this car, 2006 Toyota Prius. Let's go. You know, I've always been a fan of these Toyota Priuses, especially this generation. I think it looks great. Not only it looks great, but it's an iconic hybrid car. Now that these cars are about 10 years old, they really make great used cars. You can get them for $4,000 to $5,000 all day long on Craigslist. And people generally want to get the newer Priuses because it gets better gas mileage, about 10 miles per gallon more than this one. This one on average is getting 45 miles to the gallon, which is really good for such an old car. And these Priuses are some of the most reliable that Toyota has ever made. I don't recommend the older version, the early version of the Prius, but from 2004 up, these cars are extremely good. When you look at the rearview mirror from the inside out, I don't like the split view because of these two windows in the back, but after a while you kind of get used to it. It's got a nice trunk. You can carry a lot of stuff on here, and I like that the bottom is flat so you can put a lot of items. It also has this flap, which is very well engineered, and you can hide things when you lock the car. And if you live in an apartment, you're not going to see anything when you shut the door. It's also a very comfortable car for commuters and for passengers. If you use this car as an Uber car, this is a great car for racking up miles and just making money on Uber. I've never done it, but it's a very comfortable car to drive. A lot of people like to think these Priuses are slow, but in reality they're pretty fast. They got some pep because of the electric motor. Without the electric motor, it might be a little bit slower. One of the things I've read about these cars, if the hybrid battery ever dies, you can pretty much just drive this normally with the gas engine. The older Priuses, you couldn't do that. If the hybrid battery did die, you could not do that. And the older Insights, I'm not sure about the new Insights, the Insights, once the battery dies, that's it. You have to get that battery rebuilt. And they're really only good for like 10 years, the IMA batteries. But on the Prius, because they mass produce these batteries so much, and they sold so many Priuses, if the hybrid battery ever dies, the gas engine still works perfectly fine. But you can get companies that rebuild these hybrid batteries for about $1,000 to $2,000. And most likely, if a battery cell dies, it's just one cell that dies and not the entire pack. But it's a very easy mod. You can get one of these Priuses that needs some work in the hybrid battery, and it's a very easy thing that a do-it-yourself could do by swapping in the batteries, and a lot of people have done it. Now, a hybrid is not my daily car, so even with this, it's kind of weird when the car just completely shuts off at a stop sign. And then you realize, okay, I'm in a hybrid, that's perfectly normal. This car is just so easy to drive. It's like so intuitive. There's nothing off about the car. It's just very simple. Toyota did skip on a lot of the refinements of the car, like, using like hard plastic and stuff like that instead of like a soft rubber. But you get what you pay for, and the powertrain on this car is really the mass of the car. It's so good and it's so highly recommended that you should get one. You can get them very cheap online.